Welcome to Intuitive Imaging Informatics PACS demonstration. Integrated dictation with PowerScribe will now be demonstrated. We will first demonstrate the manual launch of the dictation system. PowerScribe is logged in, ImageQube is logged in, the user has selected an exam. When the user selects the exam and launches the study, the exam is then launched. The user then selects the microphone shortcut, which then launches the PowerScribe dictation system. PowerScribe, based on the modality and description, MR brain with and without contrast, will then load default templates. We will now close this exam and demonstrate the ability to automatically launch the PowerScribe system based on the ImageQube user's settings. User Setting Control Panel then selects Auto Launch Dictation. And when the exam is now launched, PowerScribe will automatically be launched without having to select the microphone button. The user may then begin dictating the study, either using voice recognition or manual entry into the fields. A template again is brought up based on the body part modality. In the event the dictation is interrupted with a stat case, the user can park the exam on the ImageQube and bring up the next study. When the next study is launched, PowerScribe will receive an indication from the ImageQube to launch a new dictation. PowerScribe will prompt the user to save the existing study. And the next study's templates will then be launched and ready for the user to begin dictating the new study. Again, at any time during the dictation, the user may go back to the ImageQube patient list, select another study, launch it, interrupt the dictation, save the draft, and then go back to the prior draft. Prior dictation appears as it was previously saved. We will now demonstrate the shortcut keys for measurement tools. A right-click on the toolbar is a quick shortcut to change the different types of measurements that are available on the ImageQube, from a line measurement to a region of interest, either a circle or a rectangle, to a Cobb angle. The user may select a customizable preference for their mouse mode shortcuts. In this case, selecting to go between scroll, region of interest measurements, Cobb angle, and then spine labeling by simply selecting the M key on the keyboard. So in this case, I go from a scroll, select the M key, go to a line measurement, select the M key region of interest circle, followed by region of interest rectangle, followed by cob angle, and then finally spine labeling. And each of these modes are changed simply by pressing the M key on the keyboard, and it will cycle through back to scroll once I've completed my spine labeling. Control left click for line measurement may be done while the user is in scroll mode. So while the user scrolls through and wants to make a quick measurement, they may select Control left click at any time. Measurements for line, region of interest, angle, and spine labeling may also be chosen from the Annotate toolbar. These tools can be placed on the custom toolbar as well. So the user may change their left mouse click mode to any type of measurement available on the annotation toolbar. The mouse pointer icon may be customized to change based on the annotation mode. The custom toolbar that appears when the user right-clicks the mouse may be customized based on the user's preferences. A right-click on any icon will either add or remove the icon to the custom toolbar. It is a toggle function. The action to either add or remove from the custom toolbar is indicated in the bottom left corner of the screen. An add to custom or a delete from custom. A center click will move the position on the custom toolbar, thereby allowing the user to set the exact location of the icon on their custom toolbar. As the user chooses the positions and then right-clicks over the image, those icons now appear in the same order and may be moved at any time. Settings for the custom toolbar will be remembered from session to session. Stat cases are highlighted in pink on the patient list. Users may select between a priority sort order or not, depending on their preference. A priority sort order will always place the stat cases on top. The sort order for any column on the patient list will always subsort within that priority level. Given the 9 priority levels, 1 through 9, the stat's always on top. No matter what column is selected, it will always subsort within that priority level. The 9 levels of priority may be set by users or may be received via the HL7 interface. Priority levels may change by users who are given permission to modify priority level. Measurement tools may either be displayed in a selected color, in this example yellow, or the user may select to choose between a rolling set of colors based on their preference. The initial measurement may be in white, followed by yellow, then by turquoise, then red, cob angle measurements are also available on the ImageQube. The user selects a line and a second line, and the angle is created. Multiple cob angles may be recorded. Circle annotations are also available on the ImageQube. Once placed, an annotation may be picked up and moved to a different location at any time. Hans field units are also recorded by the ImageQube, either with a circle or rectangle shape. The circle may be moved and a new unit of measure is recorded. Standardized uptake values for PET studies are also recorded either using a circle or rectangle tool. They will record either the mean value within the region of interest, the maximum value, the mean, the min, and the max value, and finally, the standard deviation based on user preferences. As demonstrated previously, a quick measure may be used in mouse scroll mode by simply selecting the Control key and left mouse make your measurement, and the left mouse again goes right back to scroll mode. Another quick measurement, holding the Control key down, making the measurement, and then right back to the left click, mouse scroll mode. Users may also draw an arrow by selecting the arrow icon to point to an area of interest. Circles are also an annotation available to the user. Text may be added to an image by selecting the text icon tool. The user may select a font, font size, color, bold or italic, and the text may appear either on the existing image or all images. Cross-reference tools are available using anatomic triangulation. Crosshairs will demonstrate the intersection and the center of circle on the actual anatomic location. All series displayed in the study will point to that exact location with a yellow circle. User may scroll through the anatomy. All other series will display that location. Cross-reference lines will appear in transverse planes by selecting the cross-reference tool. This can be a setting that is a default bimodality to have it on with limits, or on without limits. It is also a toolbar shortcut with the X key. Cross-reference lines on the scat will appear, in this case, without limits. The extents are shown of the scan, and the turquoise lines displays the cross-section, and the dark blue lines are the extent of the scan. The cross-reference tool is available on the View Toolbar tab. It can be placed on the shortcut Custom Toolbar by selecting a right-click that will toggle through the different steps of the cross-reference lines. or it can be selected by just simply selecting the X key on the keyboard. Series in common planes may be grouped, and that function may be turned on or off based on modality, depending on the user's preference. This function may be turned on or off with the G shortcut on the keyboard, or by selecting the icon from the View toolbar, or it may be placed again on the custom toolbar with a right-click selection, turning it on or off. There is an F shortcut for Fix to synchronize anatomy that may be out of sync, or a prior study that may not be aligned with the current study. The user aligns the current study with the prior study with Common Plane Series, selects the Synchronize Anatomy shortcut located on the View toolbar, or may select the F shortcut on the keyboard, and the series will be aligned. Grouping may then be turned on and off at any time. Spine labeling may be added to any image. A prefix may be selected, C, T, L, S, or none. It may be auto-numbered ascending or descending, and the annotation may be placed on either one image or all images. The user places the annotation on the spot they choose and simply selects. A study with multiple series of single image plain film may be scrolled through by simply using the mouse scroll. The wheel on the mouse will also scroll through the series. A link tool will allow the user to scroll through multiple series in one window. Series 1, then Series 2, then Series 3, 4, and 5. Multiplanar reconstruction is available on axial CT images. The user may select a coronal, or a sagittal, or an oblique, and customize reconstruction. Handles are available to select the angle, the user may also select a custom slice thickness and extent of acquisition based on handles or entries into the pop-up. So a thin slice or a thick slice reconstruction can be created and are compared here. The reconstruction area can be selected also using the pop-up or the handles. And placed. Series is then created. Reconstructed images may be saved as a print page. Series is created. Print tab is selected. Series icon is selected. Display print page icon is selected. And the images are all available. May be saved on the server or off into a file. Users may access the key images from the patient list by simply selecting that study and the key image icon, and they're immediately available. Cine is recorded in frames per second, and the default value may be set by modality. Cine will operate in any direction, either forward, reverse, or end reverse. Images may be positioned on the viewer using a drag and drop technique, simply grabbing from the toolbar and placing the image in whichever series window is desired. Images may also be dragged and dropped from the toolbar. Or selected and placed, depending on the user preference. Multiple views of the same series may also be placed in different series windows. In this example, a CT with different window level presets may be placed in 4 series windows and viewed simultaneously. The Key images or print pages may also be created from the ImageQube. Desired series are selected, annotations may be made, and either a selection from the View toolbar, Select tool, or a spacebar shortcut will then select the images, once selected, the print pages are made available. They may be deleted, again selected by using the mouse or the keyboard shortcut, and the images may be saved on the server or on the user's local workstation. Key images may be either a single image selection, the entire series selected, or the entire exam selected. Within an exam, specific key images may be selected and retrieved between sessions. The left and right arrow shortcuts will step between the selected images. In this example, specific images are selected from different series. The user saves the study, saves the key images, and the next time the study is entered, the left-right arrow keys will jump between selected series. User hanging protocols are selectable and customizable by modality. Changes may be saved on the fly. If a user decides to change their standard custom hanging protocol, there's an option for the user to select the desired change. The next time the study of that modality is launched, that hanging protocol will apply. Custom hanging protocols may also be created by the user. The user may create the custom hanging protocol by using the layout options to split vertically and horizontally windows, drag the windows to the desired size, and create the exact positioning, zoom, for each series. User may give that custom hanging protocol a name. Save it either as their user settings, server-wide, or just locally. That protocol may go between a standard grid, and when the user selects that custom hanging protocol, it's immediately applied. Hanging protocols may be accessed from a shortcut toolbar or from the drop-down menu. Hanging protocols may be either automatically applied or manually applied. To automatically apply custom hanging protocols, the user goes to the user preferences and selects the custom hanging protocols. And if the description matches the name of the protocol, when the study is launched, that protocol is applied. In this example, the hanging protocol is set back to generic. the MR is launched, hanging protocol is selected, and it's immediately applied. Custom tabs may be created based on the individual's user preferences. Simple or complex filters may be created. Clinicians may require a simpler display, while an administrator may require multiple tabs to monitor different functions in the system. The system may display all studies or may create a filter based on modality, exam description, or an advanced SQL statement that will be customized based on fields in the database. Exams may either be manually or automatically assigned to radiologists based on information from HL7 messages, DICOM, or assignments may be manually changed based on the administrator preferences. A site customizable state machine may be created, and in this example, we will track a study through scan, the exam being available, QC preparing it, perhaps a dictated draft, final, and custom tabs work in conjunction with this. A notes comments field is available on the exam information page. This is useful to add tech notes or wet reads from the ER. The exam information page may be accessed from the patient list, manually when the exam is launched, or automatically when the exam is launched. The peer review tool will allow the radiologist to monitor discrepancies within their work environment. A tab may be created that will display exams that are available for peer review that have a dictated report and have been dictated by another radiologist. 4 levels of ACR scoring are available. And notes may be added and saved. Teaching files may also be created, saving specific keywords, study data, diagnoses, and any notes. A teaching file may be accessed from the Diagnostic tab. The user may enter keywords, study information, and may create custom tabs based on the specific study or keywords or diagnoses. Teaching files may be accessed from the patient list as well, indicating the user who created it. Custom tabs are created automatically or manually, and the user may search for specific studies in those teaching files. Administrators may create a specific teaching user type that will anonymize all information. This may be used in tumor boards or displaying images in a HIPAA-compliant environment. The user selects the studies they wish to share with the teaching user type, set an expiration date, and apply. Those studies become immediately available to the teaching user, yet they are anonymized. Patient name, referring name, medical record number, date of birth, and other pertinent data that must be protected are anonymized. Users may manage their share list by deleting studies at any time. Patient demographic information is displayed as unavailable on the patient list. Third-party ortho-templating software may be launched via a shortcut on the ImageQube viewer. In this case, TraumaCAD software is launched by selecting the shortcut icon. And the TraumaCAD tools are immediately available. Prior studies are available to the user at any time from the patient list. 4 site configurable levels of confidence may be selected. In this example, 1 through 4 will open up a filter based on medical record number, last first name, date of birth, gender, or a combination of them. Master Patient Index isolates priors on the patient list and allows for multiple sites to feed into an imaging center or hospital. With multiple medical record numbers. The prior list is available from both the patient list and the ImageQube viewer. When a study is launched, the user may select from the toolbar the prior list and launch prior studies for comparison. A report history tab may be created on the ImageQube viewer. This report tab will display all studies that are in final report status, have a report attached, and have been dictated. Reports may be launched from a shortcut on the ImageQube viewer by selecting the Reports button or the report icon at the bottom. Or from a right-click selection. Reports may also be launched from within the ImageQube viewer. When a study is launched, the Report History tab is available. Reports may either be launched from a pop-up with the description of the report, modality, exam date, description, or from an icon. Reports are immediately available for comparison. Mouse speed may be changed based on a slide bar on the ImageQube viewer. In this example of a 1300 image CT, the mouse scroll speed may be selectable between 1 and 10, with acceleration beginning at about mouse speed 8. Scrolling through the study at mouse speed 1, takes the user through a minimal number of images. As the mouse speed is increased, the number of images that the user may scroll through increases. And again, as the mouse speed is increased and acceleration kicks in, the mouse will move much more quickly through the study. When the mouse speed is 10, the study should be displayed in a path from left to right. Slab imaging is also available for CT images. In this example of a 1300 image CT with slab turned on, as the user scrolls through and selects their slice thickness, the user may scroll through the study, seeing an average, and at any time the mouse wheel may be used to bypass the slab function. And when slab is disabled, the mouse will scroll through at a normal rate. The ImageQube offers keyboard shortcuts. The home key will take the user to the first image. The N key to the last image. The blue dot at the top on the location bar indicates which image I'm on. The N key again to the last image, and the insert key will take the user to the middle image. As the insert key is pressed, the middle image is selected. The image location bar at the top of each series window will allow the user to jump to any specified image. If you hover over the location, the image number will appear, and when selected, that image will appear. The patient list display may be changed from small to medium to large. This is a user customizable setting that will default at login between small, medium, and large. On the ImageQube viewer, the user may customize content, size, color, and placement of demographic information. Reviews. No demographic information displayed, a view with simple text, and one with a verbose view. The T shortcut, T option on the view toolbar, or a T-series shortcut. Annotation text appearing over the image is also customizable. On the Annotate toolbar, the user selects the Annotate text, selects between 4 fonts, multiple font sizes, multiple colors, and either bold or italic settings. The annotated text will appear either on one image or can appear on all images in that series. Find images, reference them in a report, and refer to the key images selected in the ImageQube. The radiologist may select specific images, identify them as key images, select, print, set the print options. Images may either be sent to a DICOM printer, a local printer, parameters may be set, and that image may either be printed, saved locally as a JPEG file to the local workstation, or again saved on the server for enterprise access. Single images or multiple images from multiple series may be saved as key images. Once saved on the server, these images are available from the patient list shortcut by selecting the exam, selecting the key image button at the bottom, or may be accessible from within the ImageQube viewer. Radiologists, surgeons, clinicians, and any user may select images for future reference. These images are selected similar to the manner that a key image is selected, but when the exam is exited, the user is prompted to save these images. Once the exam has been launched, the user may find specific images they may want to reference in surgery or for when the patient comes in for a consult. A one-by-one view of this study shows as the left and right arrows are selected, only the selected images are viewed. When the exam is exited and relaunched, those images will then still be available. The user may jump to any specific image using the location bar located above each series window. The blue light indicates the active series, and the gray bar indicates series that are locally cached. A left click of the mouse on any Part of the location bar will take the user to that image. The user may easily flip, mirror, or rotate any image in the ImageQube by going to the Orientation toolbar. The three options to flip, mirror, and rotate are available either on the custom toolbar or on that Orientation toolbar. A custom peer review tab may be created for radiologists when a clinical report is available and that study was dictated by another radiologist. That tab will indicate the peer reviews that are available for that user. This is an example of a custom sequel created for that custom tab. A site configurable count of peer reviews required by users for 30 days will set a warning at login. When the user logs in, a warning will appear to remind the user that there are peer reviews required. When a user loads an exam, a peer review icon will be available if that study is available for peer review. The peer review tool uses the ACR language for the 4 levels of scoring. Peer review administrators have access to a tool to review the current and prior peer reviews. It may be accessed either from a drop-down or from the action toolbar at the bottom of the screen. This peer review tool allows the user to see all reviews or open reviews that have not been closed. The user may launch a study from this toolbar, close, add administrative notes, and manage the peer reviews. Administrators may also create system reports for peer reviews that may either be printed, emailed, or exported to Excel. System reports are created and accessed either from a drop-down or from the action toolbar. Those peer review reports are customizable, may be saved locally, may be printed, scheduled for any time frame the user chooses. Administrators and staff with permission may initiate a secure instant message by viewing the Who's Online tool. The Who's Online lists all users that are active on the ImageQube, their IP address, host name, and other pertinent information to find their location. These secure instant messages are sent over HTTPS and will appear on the remote user's workstation. Instant messages may be initiated by administrators and staff and not by clinicians. Clinicians may respond. Images may be shared with clinicians or other users. When the radiologist initiates an instant message, if that referring physician is online, an icon will appear that is selected. The image may be dragged into the instant message window, along with any message. And on the remote user's desktop, that message will appear along with a button to display the image. Administrators have access to an audit history that displays all actions performed on the ImageQube. This audit history contains the action, the date timestamp by the user, and the patient study that's involved. A history for a specific exam is also available and is accessible either from the patient list or the exam information page. Users may also create system reports based on site-defined queries. In this example of system reports, which is accessible either from a drop-down or the action toolbar, users may view system reports based on dictated cases, timestamp cases were sitting before being read, peer reviews, the number of studies that have been read by specific users, etc. These reports, again, are saved and are accessible at any time, may be set to be scheduled for any date and time period, exported to the local workstation, or emailed. The ImageQube allows the administrator to set up specific users with different permissions. Users may add a user, and that user may be either a clinical user, a staff, a tech, or a diagnostic. And permissions based on that user type will become available to enable or disable. Different users types may be allowed Active Directory or not, allowed to see who's online. Different user templates may be applied based on the user type. And user contact information may be added. A variety of tech tools are available for the technologist or administrator. Archiving tools to retrieve or store things into archive manually. Priority setting on that may be changed. And queue monitoring is available. The compression queue may be monitored as well, and priority settings and status is also available to be viewed. DICOM send to DICOM destinations may be configured, monitored, prioritized. And study information may be managed, series information, image information. Exams may be merged, deleted, images may be added, exams may be split, demographic information may be updated as well. And work list may be monitored. Administrators will also monitor the critical results in the system with the Critical Results Management tool. All critical results or only open critical results may be viewed. Critical result exams may be launched directly from the Critical Results toolbar, and the critical result status, log file, and information may be monitored. A critical result is initiated by the radiologist by selecting the critical result icon on the Diagnostic tab. Critical result keywords are available, and a reminder email to the radiologist may be set. Notes may be added, and the referring may be notified by email as well based on user preferences. The referring receives a pop-up notification in their remote location. The exam may be launched from the pop-up, viewed, and in the Critical Results tool, the log file indicates that the referring physician has viewed the study. Administrators and users with specific permission may share exams with other users. Exams are selected, and from the Share drop-down, the Share Exam option is selected. A search field to find that user is entered, and all the studies that have been selected are shared with that user with an expiration date. On the remote user's desktop, those studies are added. PET-CT Fusion is automatically available. Studies that match accession number, medical record number, and exam date and time are automatically fused. Sagittal and coronal images are created in both the CT and the PET. Raw PET images are displayed, as well as the fused image. Fusion parameters available to the user. Show the PET CT weighting, heavy CT, heavy PET. SUV min and max values. CT Hounsfield units, custom color maps, and SUV min, max, and min, mean, max measurements, as well as average plus standard deviation, min minus max.